Alright folks, here at the Chop Shop, we have a little bit more of a laid-back video today for you. So after some time, getting my hands on the game and everything, I just want to talk about my thoughts and my impressions, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So I'll start with some of the not-so-great stuff right now. So when it comes to box space, I'll be honest, I paid for the Battle Pass, I paid for the membership, and the Starter Pass. So I currently have, as you can see there in the corner, 1,080 box spaces, which, I mean, I barely even have, like, enough for 2 boxes. I haven't even recruited that many Pokemon. If you played games before, right? Well, if you played other Pokemon games before, and you have the EV spreads and everything, like those, if you transfer those in from home, those will be good. So I think that's really good. I think that's a great step forward where you're rewarded for, like, playing other games. But on the downside, for people who's, like, they haven't really played Pokemon games until this one, it's going to be like a hard way to get into it, which it brings me to my next point, the recruitment. Now, the recruitment, kind of interesting, I'll be honest, right? So, let me see, yeah, let's just do a new lineup of Pokemon, right? I'll use my tickets there that I paid for, you know, it's pay to win at this point. So we got this fun little animation. I heard you can get a shiny here on the last one. I don't have any shinies, it appears. But, yeah, so you get, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, you get 10 Pokemon, and then you only get to choose one. Personally, I thought it was like, oh, for 24 hours, like, these are the Pokemon you get to choose. I'm actually going to choose Golurk here because I don't have one in any of my other games right now, and his Mega seems kind of decent, so we're going to go ahead. You get their trial of recruitment. You know, you get 7 days. You can use VP or one of these, ticket coupons? VP tickets. But throw them on there, but you can see they have stats already allocated to them and moves and everything. And I mean, I guess I'll just show you the training and everything, which you don't have to go into training. You can just go straight to the box, which I do think is nice. You can just nice and streamlined make it. But one thing I will say, so like these first 6 Pokemon are like the Pokemon that I got off the start, like that's the first team they gave me. I will say, having just one long list of Pokemon when you get up to 1,000 seems ridiculous. Like, I get the box format of like going back and forth through 32 boxes wasn't the best, but at least you can organize it some way. This is like a list that you have to filter, and it's like a really bad spreadsheet almost. But yeah, as you can see, we got max attack minus speed, max defense. This is actually not bad. It's not bad at all. But yeah, I'll hop into training real quick to show you. So I will say this game is a game of lists, because, you know, you see all the moves, you can, like, filter it, which is nice and everything. So, you know, if you're like, if you don't know the exact move you're looking for, just seeing what it can learn, this is like a nice thing to have. But I won't get too much into it. What's interesting about this, though, here, I'll put this all the way down to 0, the defense. If I want to put it somewhere else, you know, it's going to charge me VP. But if I want to invest back into the defense, it's not going to cost me anything. But if I were to hit it 0 and then, let's say, max special attack from the defense and then commence training, go back in, I will have to repay for the defense again. So if VP is not too difficult to get, I think for winning a battle, I got like a couple hundred, and then just for losing, I still got like 120, maybe 200. So that's not terrible. The shop. This is what has pissed a lot of people off. So I paid for I got the premium stuff. So I got exclusive battle songs and missions, which aren't really much of a difference. Don't feel like you need to pay money to get this game going. I just did because I wanted to see what it was. But for the items, I know this is a point of contention. A really big point of contention for the items that are available. So right now, the only items that are really available are like moves that boost, or items that boost a certain type of move. And then we have a bunch of berries. And then we have like the super effective berries, which this I do like, that they're like, this is in the small move pool, because it, you know, we just came out of a Terra format. You know, people are so like, oh my gosh, like King Gambit's in front of a Sneasler. What do I do? I can't just Terra Fairy. Nah, bro. Just go ahead and put a berry on that baby. And then we have all the Mega Stones. Now, what's interesting about the Mega Stones is like Meganium Knight and Feraligatr. Those are in the premium battle pass, but you can still pay for them, which I do like. I'm not going to pay for them because I'm like a couple levels away from getting them anyway. But we don't even have all the Megas in. Which that one was a little weird. I tried to get a Metagross in, and it's like, nah, bro, you can't bring that in here. Let me get this Golurk guide, actually. Let me go ahead and get this Golurkite, because I think Golurk's pretty cool. Customization seems way better than Scarlet Violet. Ooh, that's a cute top. Like, significantly better. This is, like, the part I'm most excited about, that we actually get to customize like we did in Sword and Shield, because that was one of the best parts. So hopefully we'll probably get some seasonal stuff here and there, but it'll be nice. Battle poses. Dude, 3,500? It cost me more. The goofy pose cost me more VP than it does to fully train a Pokemon. All right, we'll put that in the bad and the ugly. 5,000 for being nonchalant. All right, that one's kind of cool. Okay. And we got victory poses and then some battle themes, but this is part of like the okay. Now I want to show you something that I think is really good. Like, honestly, one of the best things I've ever seen in a Pokemon game. That's no cap. No bullshit. So we have battle data freaking usage stats. So this is single battle. Let's go to double battle. We click on it. We can see Incineroar's #1 used Pokemon. I think everybody knew that. But we can see the moves being used. Actually, earlier this was at 100% parting shot, 100% fake out. So like this is being updated real time. And it even shows you what the hell the items are. We got Citrus Berry, makes sense. You know, heal, Shucca Berry for ground type, and then Chople, I think, for fighting type super effectiveness. Pasho Berry, I'm not sure what that is. That might be water. Leftovers, Bright Powder. And then it shows you the teammates. Honestly, oh, let me go back. Honestly, this is like one of the coolest things I've ever seen, especially from like a new player perspective. Like when I first started, I had to like look online for a bunch of stuff like this. This just straight up like gives it to you. This is Pikalytics built into the game. And it's really sick because it shows you like the not the stat alignment. Oh my gosh. What the hell is that called? The natures. But then it does show you the EV spread. It shows you exactly what people are running. Now, obviously, this is going to have like small differences here. Like we have a lot in, wow, on defense. Then this 32, 32. Okay. Yeah, we only have like the top 30, not all of them. And then it shows you the abilities. But like that's super sick. And then it just shows you like the Pokemon. Oh, what is it, like top 50? No, top 75? Yeah, top 73. I guess only 73 of them. Wow, that's okay. Based on the amount of Pokemon in the game, I guess that makes sense. Because what else are you gonna run on Orthworm? Yeah, it's always gonna be Earthy. One person played Orthworm on ladder so far. One person has played Orthworm. And this was their team. Wait, that's so funny. Wait. This is just someone's team. I can see exactly their spread because there's nothing else here. There's nothing else. They ran a rain team with Blastoise, Pelipper, Gardevoir, Garchomp, and Sneasler, which, I mean, not terrible, honestly. In this format, you can make anything work, I think. Outside of, like, a few things, it's going to be very difficult, but I think, like, you can justify just about anything, and that's another cool thing. All right, and I just want to hop into, like, the actual meat potatoes of the game here. The battling system. How does that work and everything? Now, I have an opponent who has some shinies here. Good for AI. They real? Guess I'll find out. But the actual meat and potatoes. Now, I've seen some people online already talking about in the first, like, 12 hours or so glitches they found here and there. And, you know, I'll try to put some on screen here just to show you what I'm talking about. But, like, the actual battling, I gotta say, it feels fine. Like, it's fast-paced. It feels good, honestly. Like, I don't feel like I'm wasting my time. And being able to quit, like, mid-animation sequence, mwah, bro. I don't gotta sit there and like, okay, bro, like I see the first protect. I know I've already lost, but I have to watch a whole turn and then back out in a game I know I've lost. This is like super nice, honestly. I like just being like straight up with you. Like it feels good. I guess I have to actually play this game here. Whatever. Like the animations, they look fine. You know, it's nothing crazy, but I do like this where like you hop into it, you pick your team, and then once you're both done, you're just in the game, right? Like we're just loading in. Hey, hi, dude. I'm afraid for myself here. I'm trying to chat. Damn, they do look good. But like overall, the graphics, I think they look fine. The frame rate's choppy, which sucks. You know, like it's not the best, but it's also not the worst. If that makes sense. And it's one of those things where, oh my gosh, my screen just cut out. Hang on a second. Technical difficulty. Okay, I got the video back. I just got Quick Claw moonblasted by Greninja. So it's one of the things I want to talk about, though, with the item pool, is that it's really like, I think it's friendly to a lot of new players. I think it's going to be friendly to a lot of new players. And I think that's overall a very positive thing, especially when you factor in that, like if you were new and you just saw like a whole list of like 150 items, you're like, Assault Vest, Room Service, like I get there's some items like Life Orb people just want in the game to begin with. But it's also one of those things where, like, I think long term, the restricted move pool, or not restricted move pool, the restricted item pool and like pool of Pokemon you can play from is going to be a benefit. Because, like, look at this, right? It looks nice, other than the frame rate. Like, overall, I don't think the game looks bad, right? I think the gameplay-wise, like, this is just kind of going through. The animations are picking up. But again, are some glitches. There are some bugs they got to work out. Hopefully they do fix them. And if they don't, then I guess we just deal with it, and maybe people just like wait a while. Maybe they'll hear from the feedback here. But yeah, really, I just wanted to chat like with first impressions. I know this isn't gonna be like the final version of the game. I'm sure they're gonna add in more stuff later. It's not gonna be anything crazy. I just yeah, I'm hopeful, but I'm definitely like, ooh, you know, I'm definitely concerned. And I think it's absolutely fair to be concerned about a game where, like, we're not 100% sure exactly how it's going to pan out, per se. Did I tailwind already? I did. Oh, we're big chilling, bro. Yeah, bro. Full send this. Anyway, I'm getting too much into the battle here. Because I will say, like, the battles feel exciting with the current amount of Pokemon and items available. I know I keep harping on that. It's just, like, I think it's gonna be all right. I think as it gives a lot of people, you know, helps them learn about some nuance to the game, really. And I think that's good. I think that's overall a good thing. But yeah, you know what? Let me hop out of. Let me just win this battle real quick, and I'll yap my final thoughts here real quick. All right, so just reading on my second monitor over here. This is something I wanted to harp on real quick. So for Mega Floette, for those of you who don't know, it's like this Floette is exclusive to Legends EA, right? But the problem with it is, in order to get the Floette Stone, you have to transfer the Pokemon from Legends EA into home and then put it in Champions, which not that bad. But when you think about it, it's a post-game Pokemon behind a $60 or $70 game that you have to commit like 30 to 40 hours of like time to get it, right? And apparently right now, early suggestions are that the Pokemon is good. Like, it is very good. It's strong. It's a fairy type in a form of not a lot of fairy types. Decent amount of dragons. Like, it's good. And like, there's no other way to get this Pokemon in the free-to-play game, which, yeah, I guess that's going to be an issue we got to deal with, just like transferring and playing other Pokemon games. It's going to suck at first for like a lot of new players. Like, I don't even have Mega Floette yet. I kind of got burned on at Legends EA. I'm going to have to go grind it if Floette's like good where I need to put it on a team like that. But it's one of those things that I hope over time, like, I get Champions is going to be a supplemental thing compared to the rest of the Pokemon games. Like, you get the other Pokemon games and you have Champions. And then after playing those games, you're like, all right, let's go put them into Champions and see what we can do. So there's that. Let's see if there's anything else I was missing. All right, I double checked. There wasn't anything else in my notes I want to talk about. But overall, I think Champions is okay. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's great. I don't think it's awful. I don't think it's amazing. I think it's a decent start, although I'm a little weary that ILCA is the one who's going to be working on this live service game, especially after they did with BDSP. People were mad about that one. I'm just hoping that the right love and appreciation goes into the game necessary to cultivate a Pokemon Champions meta and a culture behind VGC that really help the Pokemon community at large, where like gets a lot of crossover with other people who want to give it a try. You know, it's a good starting point, especially where it is right now. I'm gonna give it 3 months. I'm gonna come back in 3 months, and I'm gonna rethink my thoughts, and I'm gonna look back and see if they change anything. And then Then maybe I'll give it 6 months, and then I'll give it a year. I know a year's a long time. We've been waiting for this game for over a year since they showed us we were going to have it. I mean, it's going to be the Worlds format. Hopefully nothing janky happens. I know people are mad there's not like any 6v6 battles. Singles trainers and players are really upset about that, which fair play, That should be something you can do in the game. I mean, there is spectator mode. That is one thing I almost forgot. Spectator mode, that's going to be good for the viewing experience, or just like getting into a lobby and just like seeing your friends play the game. That's going to be nice, right? It doesn't seem like as bad as what people are saying, like on Twitter and online. It's not as doom and gloom as it seems. It definitely is a step back from what we're used to. But I'm hopeful, although not entirely confident. I feel like I'm going into an SAT, but I didn't do any studying, although my friend gave me all the answers. That's really what it feels like. It's just a matter of what is going to be on the test. And right now, it doesn't seem like there's much on the test that I'm worried about. I know it's a bad analogy, but it's the best I got right now. I was up late playing this damn game, But yeah, that's going to be it for me. Take it with a grain of salt. Play the game yourself. Figure it out if you like it or not. Some people never played VGC might really enjoy it. Some people who have played VGC might really enjoy it, or they might just say, this is awful. I'm going back to Scarlet Violet. I'm just going to play on Showdown. Fair play. But yeah, that's really about it. Y'all have a good day.